You lost?
I don't think so.
How'd you get on the property?
I just started walking, and I ended up here. Everything has an expiration date. You know what I mean?
All right, Greenleaf fans. To be honest, I did not think I would be doing another Greenleaf video anytime soon. I honestly couldn't think of anything else to talk about. I feel like I've dissected pretty much everything in regards of who could be pregnant, what's going to happen to Calvary, Harmony and Hope, will that survive? How about Judy and Phil? What's going on with that? The AJ videos have just been tremendous. November would not have been as great a month on the channel without the support of the Greenleaf videos. Easily made enough money to pay all my bills for the month of December off of Greenleaf videos alone. So thank you. I even got a note from YouTube. They have like a new YouTube studio where you check analytics and channel growth, all that stuff. And the channel grew by almost 5,000 people last month. And looking at the stats and everything, it really came from Greenleaf. So thank you everyone who continue to request Greenleaf for years. People have been saying, do Greenleaf, and with a final push from my mom, who I'm still upset, who didn't watch most of the series, but to be fair, she's working overtime a lot more. I finally did it, and it turned out to be one of the best moves from the channel this year, ever since I decided to add If Loving You Is Wrong to my roster earlier in the year. So thank you all for that. And this video is something that a lot of people have been discussing ever since the finale, and that's the fact of the young man appearing at Faith's grave being not only the real AJ, but being, well, the spirit of AJ, as some people think that the AJ that we've known in season 4 is not the real AJ, not the true son of Grace and allegedly Noah. So what may have happened is the real AJ, the man we saw at the grave, is actually a spirit, because the real AJ died somehow. Either he died in jail and this guy took his identity and pretended to be him. We don't actually know. I mean, to be completely honest, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this. How many videos did I do? Who is the real AJ? Who was the young man who Grace encountered at Faith's grave? And I think I did one about, did Grace have a encounter with a spiritual being or whatever? All three of those videos did very well. But I think it is actually interesting if that turned out to be the case, where actually that is a shame, where you got this, well, identity theft, and this guy comes in, literally ruins things for the Greenleafs, even worse than they already were, especially for Grace, because if this AJ character never showed up, then, well, then again, he did say when he turned 18, he did try to contact Grace, but she didn't want to have anything to do with him. And I forgot his age. So what has it been, like a couple of years since, you know, in between the time where Grace was first found by AJ, but then she separated herself from him again, and then decided now is the time to, well, actually, we can assume that this, and if they've meant, look guys, I know Greenleaf hasn't been gone off the air for that long, but some details I kind of forgot. AJ was in jail for 5 years, right? Because he got caught sleeping in the house he broke into, and he just wanted to get some things to sell for food, and he got comfortable because he couldn't remember the last time he had a place to lay his head that felt nice, and then he got arrested, and he was in jail for 5 years, right? It was 5, so we can assume he's at least in his early 20s. So he turned 18, found Grace decided to hide herself again, then from there got arrested 5 years. So AJ is about 23 or whatever. So, yeah, I don't think, and I think when I first was diving into the AJ mystery, I said that it's a good theory, but I think it's unlikely, because if this AJ that we knew in season 4 stole the identity of the dead AJ, then that it could have happened in jail, but then the AJ that was killed would have had to have told this guy everything. So were they cellmates? And if this fake AJ killed the real AJ in jail, wouldn't he still be in jail for murder? or did he arrange to have him murdered? Yeah, some things just ain't adding up because we know he was in jail 5 years. So what did he learn about the real AJ after he had contacted Grace when he was 18, but then got shut down? But then that doesn't make sense because the fake AJ would have gotten out of jail 5 years later and somehow found out that the real AJ was dead and then decided to take his identity, which again doesn't make sense because if he's been in jail for 5 years, then they obviously would have the fake AJ's identity on file, so he wouldn't be able to get out under a fake alias. Yeah, guys, I don't think this is a identity theft thing. It actually sounds good, but when you at surface level, but when you go down just a few inches in terms of, like diving deep into this, it makes little to no sense. So I'm not thinking, no. I think kind of like in the Old Testament, I just want to say Old Testament because that's when I really think about it the most. Old Testament, like if a God or an angelic being goes down to speak with a human like Abraham or whatever the situation is, they come in a form that's familiar to them. I guess one of the times that wasn't the case was, of course, the burning bush. But, that was with Moses. But with Abraham, I remember when, was it God and two angels? They came to speak with Abraham about him being a father soon with Sarah, despite her being in her 90s, and Sodom and Gomorrah's destruction. So they came in human form to speak with Abraham in terms of, again, a form that he was familiar with. So I think that, maybe the expiration date that the young man at the gravestone was speaking about was in reference to AJ, and, him coming in a similar form to AJ is kind of like, hey, my message about everything having an expiration date and me coming in the form of your son maybe adds comfort to the fact that the expiration date is in reference to him. So him giving himself up and going back to jail for a long time means that, Grace, maybe it's time to let go of your son, even though you just found him, even though he tried to find you years ago, but you decided not to, get in connection with him. So, and guys, I'm really sorry if I'm talking in circles, but it really is hard to dissect how this theory makes sense, because I want it to make sense because it actually sounds pretty good, but I don't know how, believe it or not. Yeah, me of all people. But maybe there's someone in the comments who can break it down further. I don't know, because maybe there's a one piece of information I'm missing to make this theory make sense, and if somebody comments that, then I'll do a video on it. But yeah, I didn't want to do this video, but people are commenting about it on the Who is the Real AJ video, and since it's a reoccurring theme, I felt like I had to speak on it, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm making these videos over and over again just to get views under a different title. That's not what I'm trying to do. It's just that the fan support is so huge on this one subject. So still no date on the return of Greenleaf. It will be coming back in January. So, I'm sorry, man. I misspoke. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It will be coming back in 2020. I had the haves and the have-nots on my brain. I apologize. So please, I retract that statement. Greenleaf will be coming back sometime in 2020, but we don't know when. Honestly, what was it? I think I did a video on this before. Didn't they say, yeah, I think I said I looked on IMDb and it did say that according to IMDb, it's supposed to be coming back in January 2020, but I don't know if that's the case. And to be honest, I hope not, because I really want it to be spread out on OWN, where we got a taste of, the haves and the have-nots, and then maybe if Loving You is wrong, and Ambitions is going to be off for a while. And I say a while because season 1 ends on the 17th. And it hasn't been renewed yet for season 2. So there's no telling if it will be renewed. And if it does, I suspect that Ambitions wouldn't come back until, late summer or early fall of 2020. Kind of like it will start around the same time that it did this year. That's my estimation on that. But overall, guys, let me know your thoughts on Greenleaf. Hopefully it comes back early 2020. I would like that. And we can get to the bottom of this mystery. But I do believe on IMDb credits, the young man who appeared at the grave should be in the very next episode, as well as the last episode of season 4, which I believe is episode 18. If memory serves, that they showed 10 episodes. and then I think there's about 8 more, so be on the lookout for that. And of course, if there's any Greenleaf news dropping, like synopsis or episode titles or return date, feel free to hit me up. You know how to reach me. Links to all my social media are in the description below. We need about 1,300 more people to hit 100,000. So guys, please, if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so we can hit this magic number. That would be great. I also tell people you know about it. Go online, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Just say, hey, this guy talks about all these shows, Ambitions, Greenleaf, Have and Have Not, Oval, Sisters. I got playlists where I got episode reviews and theories on those, if not more. So make sure you check those out. You won't be bored. I don't have off the top of my head, but if you give me one moment, I'll try to look it up for you, because I'm surprised. I went from not even talking about Greenleaf at all to well over 80 videos. I'm pretty sure I have over 80, but let me double check here. Just bear with me. 91, well, technically 92 if you count this video. So we almost got 100 videos specifically about Greenleaf, so you should not be bored. So thanks again for tuning in, guys. Like I said before, get those subscribers up. But you know what, let's talk about short-term goals. We only need 300 subscribers in order to hit, oh, I'm sorry, knock down my pencil. I was taking notes earlier. We only need about 300 subscribers to reach 99,000, so that's good. But when we hit 100,000, I will be doing a big giveaway, or should I say giveaways. I want to do, and again, it really depends on when I hit 100,000 in terms of will it be before or after payday. What I might do is wait until after I actually get the plaque in the mail. So I think that would be great to do a big unboxing video for the award, and then also do the giveaway announcement all in one big video. That way, you know, everyone has a chance to enter. But again, depends on how my money is. I got a bunch. I almost got, hang on, let me turn around and look. I got about 15 Tyler Perry DVDs to give away, and I want to get at least 2 or 3 $20 Walmart cards. Really depends on my money situation, but I do plan on doing like a giveaway to show thanks for all the support over the last couple of years. So once again, the quicker we get to the giveaway, the quicker we get to 100,000, the quicker YouTube can verify my channel is, you know, okay, everything checks off. We're going to mail you the award, and then we will do the giveaway. But yeah, guys, are there any other Greenleaf videos you would like me to do? Like I said before, there's still no return date, so no need to doing a video on that. At this moment, I can't think of anything that I haven't already talked about. I've already talked about Carissa. I've already talked about the whole conspiracy with the whole, what was it, like the will or the or the house? You know, who's pregnant by who, and, you know, what's the future of the Calvary and Harmony and Hope. So I don't know. I think I'm tapped out for now. But I will say it was a good run. Like, literally, I got so many views just based off of Greenleaf videos. So that's great. But once again, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you in the next video.